Hello there, my name's Roger. I live in this here trash can because I want to contribute to society, just like Oscar the Raccoon. I'm here because the repo man came and told me that if I don't do something for the community, he gonna take away my house. So I choose to come and talk to you little kitties about the digestive system. So let's meet the first volunteer to be digested. Harold, get out here. Hey y'all! Any last words?
Yeah, come on down to Boris.
No advertisements.
What?
No, you had your chance. Go wait over there. Okay now, Boris, get out of the sock.
Hello, I am Boris the Raccoon.
Two things. One, what were you doing in the sauna? And two, what kind of accent is that?
I was in the sauna because to make me a steamed broccoli, and I am Russia.
Are you trying to make us look stupid? There's no way in heck that is a Russian accent. Sounds like a German or something. Someone needs to slap whoever's doing your voice. Do you have any last words?
To all of you vegetarianisms out there, vegetables have a right to life too. You are sick murderers. You kill my father. Political smash totalitarians. Run!
And good for you. Now go wait over there. Okay, now we've got an introduction out of the way. Let's get started. First stage in digestion is the mouse. Or his mouth.
You can your hamburger. The pain will not burn.
Shut up, you volunteered for this.
What? No, we didn't.
I said shut up! Now the mouth is filled with teeth, as you can see. The teeth are used to break the food up into much smaller fragments. Also, the food is getting covered with saliva, which starts to break down carbohydrates.
What is saliva made of?
What does he say? I'm 100 bucks since you speak of.
Both of these are good questions. Saliva is made of mostly water, 98% water to be specific. The other 2% is made of salivary amylase, bicarbonate, and mucus. The amylase starts to digest starch, the bicarbonate makes it so you can eat acidic foods, and the mucus helps lubricate the food. And now's as good a time as any to explain about nutrients. Your body needs specific things, otherwise it can't function right. Basically, it needs fats, carbohydrates, proteins, and nucleotides. Fats have lots of energy and they are easily stored. However, they are harder to use, so the body uses carbohydrates first. Carbohydrates also have energy, but not as much as fat. Imagine that energy is money. Carbohydrates would be like $1 bills, and fats would be like $100 bills. Boris, you have some carbohydrates, and Harold, your bun and cheese and ketchup, everything but your meat have carbohydrates in them. Proteins you need so your body can get all your amino acids that it needs to build itself. Proteins are sort of like building blocks, and nucleotides build like DNA and RNA. We aren't really going to talk about them because they are hard to pronounce, and it's hard to find what foods have them. Okay, now that we're all learned up on terminology, let's move on.
It's about time! We've been doing food for like an hour!
Well, you try to eat a hamburger without chewing Captain Cannibalism. Now we are moving on to the pharynx.
What is this pharynx?
Pharynx. Learn English. The pharynx is the entry to the esophagus and the trachea, which is the tube leading to the lungs. Moving on to the esophagus.
This feels delightful.
Would you let me talk?
No.
The esophagus is the tube that leads to the stomach. There's not really much more to say.
I feel the bone.
That would be the stomach acid. Stomach acid is produced in glands that line the stomach wall. Stomach acid is extremely acidic. It has the same level of acid as battery acid.
Well, why doesn't the acid dissolve the stomach?
Why do you ask, Mr. Interruption?
You're welcome.
The whole digestive system is coated in a layer of mucus to keep it lubricated. This layer is extremely thick on the inside of the stomach.
Ew, burgers!
No, mucus. It's not just stuff in your nose.
What nose?
I was speaking generally. Back on topic, the stomach is basically a muscular sac filled with stomach acid that kills almost any bacteria, breaks down the food even further, and it starts to digest into proteins. Harold, your meat and cheese have protein in them. Boris, you have comparatively less protein.
Food is fast, monster. I've had far more proteins than the king of bubbles over there. What do you think my arms are made of?
Paper. Now, the stomach doesn't just let the food sit there and dissolve. It mashes it up and mixes it. Food stays in the stomach for about 5 hours, then heads to the small intestine.
Wait, why did we get chewed for so long? We only spent like 30 seconds in the stomach.
Who's gonna watch this puppet show for 5 hours?
Wait, one more thing! What? If the stomach squishes and mixes the food, then how come it doesn't go back up into the esophagus?
Well, there's this ring of muscles called a sphincter, where the stomach meets the esophagus and where the stomach meets the small intestine. Sphincters contract to not allow any passage through them. When the stomach is mixing and churning, the sphincters contract, sealing off all the acid.
How do you know all this stuff?
I read books and watch Looney Tunes. Any more questions before we move on?
Nope. Duh.
Okay, good. Now on to the small intestine. The small intestine is a tube about 20 feet in length, making it 4 or 5 times longer than the large intestine.
Why is the small intestine so much longer than the large intestine?
Large intestine is far wider in diameter than the small intestine. Now when the food enters the small intestine, it is pretty acidic, so bile enters the small intestine to remove some of the acidity and digest fats.
Duh.
What is this bile you speak of?
Bile is produced in the liver and stored in the gallbladder until it's needed. If you were paying attention, you would have heard me say that it helps digest fats. Boris, you have no fat. And Harold, you are loaded with fat. In fact, the only thing that has no fat is the ketchup.
You're making it up!
That's fake! So, inside of the small intestine, it's all folded up and wrinkled so that it has as much surface area as possible.
How much?
Well, if you spread out flat, it would be about the size of a tennis court. It needs all the space so it can fully digest all the vitamins and nutrients. It also needs the help of the pancreas, which supplies digestive enzymes. That's about all for the small intestines. Now we are almost at the end of the journey, to the large intestines.
Yay, this is almost over!
I agree with that sentiment. The large intestine is a thick tube about 5 feet long. Large intestine serves to absorb any remaining nutrients and concentrates waste by sucking away water. Most nutrients that are obtained here come from bacteria living inside. Pretty much everything about the large intestine.
I'm noticing a trend here.
Yeah, the explanations keep getting shorter. This is taking too long.
Duh.
Okay, almost done. Next is the rectum. This is where the feces is stored until enough is gathered.
Why have we stayed the same the whole time?
Well, it's hard to make puppets. Guys making this only had time to make 2 puppets. Okay, last is the anus. This is where waste is expelled. It is the opening into the outside. When it relaxes, feces comes out.
You're talking about poop.
Thanks for the news flash. Okay, that's the end. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye!
There's my community service presentation, Repo Man. What do you think of it? I give it an A+. And hypothetically, if anyone else were to ever grade this presentation, I think they should do the same thing.